Hello friend, welcome to another video in LabVIEW. Today we'll discuss the complete process creating a LabVIEW project and also creating this exe file, and we will also monitor the project in Windows data dashboard application of LabVIEW, which you can monitor from the another PC, not the same PC, but I will tell you how you can monitor in the same PC. But if you have a LAN network, you can monitor your LabVIEW project in PC1 in another PC2. And the next after that, I will also show you how can you monitor and control the same project on your Android phone. Okay, so just I am creating here one simple, very simple project. Let's say it is just a random number, and it will create one graph here, just very fast. I have created already this project creating a waveform in the LabVIEW. So if you don't want to see this, you can skip this one. Okay, here I'll take the graph, or you can take different design of graph. Let's say you can take from here in fuse form, this one also, whatever you like. Let's say I take this one. Some of you were like this graph, so it's not issue, either you take graph from which section. Okay, okay, now take the time, give it to the time domain, and you can go to the properties. I just will hide the date. I don't want the date to show on the graph. Date unused. Okay, and the custom time format like this one or this one, whatever you like, you can do the formatting of the graph. Okay, now just try to run it. You can see I can generate the graph, but it is very fast. Let me put in the while loop and give some delay. Sorry, create, let's say, constant, give delay of, let's say, 500 millisecond. Okay, just to make this graph more visible, let me change the line of the graph. Let's say I make it red so that it will be very uh, eye-catching and easy to understand what is the current value. Actually, this program actually will generate the random number from 0 to 100, because its upper value is by default is 100 and lower value uh, by default is 0. 0 to 100 it will generate the graph. Now as I told you that I want to monitor this project on the another application which is available in the Windows Play Store, which is a data dashboard for LabVIEW. I have already downloaded it. Okay, but before that, let me complete this front panel and the block diagram. Then I will show you how can you install that dashboard. Even though I have created one project, on that project I just showed you how to monitor your project in the dashboard. But here I will explain again, so that you can easily understand, and I will include also the monitoring in the mobile phone, Android mobile phone. Okay, for monitoring your LabVIEW project on data dashboard for LabVIEW, you have to write your values or parameter in a shared variable form. Okay, for that I just stop that. See how what I do that. First, this is actually the VI. I will convert this VI to the a project. Okay, what I will do, first I will save it, Control S, and let's say this is my folder, monitor LabVIEW project in the Windows, and this is the main file which I created early but it was not completed, so I just overwrite it. Okay, Now this is a main vi, and now what I will create, I will create a project. I will go to file and create a project. Okay, now I'll take just blank project, click just finish, and it is asking me either I want to add this vi in my project. I will say yes, I want this my vi to add in a project. Now you can see that this my main vi is added in the project, which is untitled project 1. I will also save this project with the name, um, let's say my project. Okay, this is my project, and in the project I have one vi, main vi file, which is this one. Okay, now I have to create one shared variable here. For that, what I will do, I will just right click, I will right click the my computer, go to new and create a variable. Okay, in the variable, what I have to write, the I have to give the name of the variable or data which I want to monitor or control from the another application like data dashboard from for LabVIEW. So here I have to write the name, so I will just name it waveform. Okay, because the waveform data I'm going to monitor on data dashboard. And I have to define the data type. Default it is double, no problem, you can leave it double. What extra things which what I'm going to discuss here about the alarming. Okay, these all the things I have created already. If you have not watched the video that how to create the alarm, you can go to my previous video. I will put the description. I will put the link in the description, so you can easily watch it. But here just I will go through that. If let's say I want to set the alarm for these values, that system show me the alarm either this value is on my threshold value, in between my threshold value, or below or above. So I'll go to alarm and check the enable alarming. Now there are different 6 different types of alarm you can set it. Okay, this is high to high, means that if you want your values to be alarm if the values go above 90. Okay, because the keep in mind the random number will generate maximum value 100, so you can set it here. But I'm not going to set this is high and low. I will just click this one, high or low. Now what is the value of high and low? It is 20 and 75. If the random number generate value below the 25, then there will be alarm showing that the waveform value is low. If the random number generate the value above the 75, the system will show me alarm in the alarm window that the waveform value is high. You can adjust this value by double clicking. It is 75, let's say you want to make it 80, you can make it 80, and the same way you can adjust this one. Okay, and you can set the name of the high or low or whatever the name you want like that. Okay, let's say I write waveform high. Okay, and this one waveform low. Okay, so this is editable, you can do it, no problem. Okay, now sorry, this is the dead band time. You can set how long it should be if it is occurring. This is the priority you can set. Let's say if I set the priority of high 1 and priority of low is 2. Okay, so that you can search in the history with respect to the priority. Either it is 1, then all the high value will be shown. If you select the priority 2, then all the low value will be shown. Okay, this is the auto acknowledge type. If you let's say if the alarm, there is alarm high alarm waveform high value alarm, then if it is echo, if it is set in auto mode, then if the values goes to 80, then it will be auto acknowledge and the fault will be reset from the display. But if you want that, no, it should be high on the display until and unless any user acknowledge that fault. So you can what you can set it like a user, yani until the user will acknowledge, the fault will remain display on the system. Okay, so let's say I just make it auto. Later I will show you what will be the difference between auto and user selection. Okay, if I want to log, yes, I want to log this one fault. You can come here logging and enable the logging, and then this fault will be logged and you can see the history of the fault. Okay, like that. Okay, now it's okay. Okay, now this one library created. Inside the library I have one variable, so this will be asked to save the library. Let's say I will say my, this is the library just one. Okay, okay, now if what I will do, I will drag and drop this waveform here, and what I want to do, I want to monitor this waveform data. Okay, this block is actually shown on the front panel, but I made this variable as a shared variable. If you see, this is the shared variable in the project. You see, if I take the properties, this is when the variable type is network published. Okay, and all the check is okay. It means this is a shared variable. It will be shared in the network, it the computer and the PC is running. Okay, now this is the, I have to change to read. Select access mode, read, and I will connect this one just like this one. Okay, so the random number will be right also in the this shared variable, which will be shared on the network, and I will read this one from the another application. Okay, now again just try to run it. Okay, so far it is clear. Now I will try to access this one from my data dashboard. For the data dashboard, you have to go to your Windows Microsoft Store Play, and Store Play you have to write data dashboard for LabVIEW. Okay, data dashboard for LabVIEW. If you write, you see this one, just click it. Okay, because I have already installed it, so it is showing me just to open. If you have not installed, it will show you to get. You just get it and it automatically will be stored in your Windows PC. Okay, so you can access from here data dashboard for LabVIEW, this one. This is from the national instrument. Okay, I created once this one. I will just delete this one. Okay, now there is different option layout. First I tell you about the introduction of this one. This is untitled, you can write the title of the page here. This is layout. Either you want the six different parameter to monitor on the single page, either four, either two, or either one. Because right now I have only one, so I just take this one. Okay, okay, now just click add. Now these are the demo variables you which you can monitor here. Let me I show you just a demo variable. Okay, go to demo variable, current time. In the time I just take the second, this one, and just click run. So this is showing my the system time in the form of second. Because I select this second, so you see the second, it is being increased gradually one by one after each 1 second. Okay, but just me delete this one. What I want to monitor my LabVIEW project. So for that, because I created the shared variable, so I will select this one, shared variable, and I have to add the new server. Here I have to write the server name or IP address. Now this is an important point. Assume that your LabVIEW project is running on the PC1, and from the PC2 you are going to monitor your LabVIEW project. So you have to write here the IP address of your PC1 where your LabVIEW project is running. Okay, because this is running in my same PC, so I have to write the IP address or server name. Let's say I write here a local host. Connection error, but keep in mind that your LabVIEW project should be running in the running mode. And then I will go to here localhost. I have to write the IP address. Let me check my IP address. My IP address is 192.168.0.108. Okay, 192.168.0.108. Oh, due to Windows Store restriction, this application cannot connect to shared variable or web vessel. Okay, it's telling me it cannot be connect on the same. You see the this is a restriction from the Windows restriction. Due to the Windows Store restriction, this application cannot connect to the shared variable or a web service hosted on the same machine. So in the same machine you cannot do that. Okay, but no issue. I will share the description downside there where you can see that how you can monitor this project from the another PC. But the steps are the same. Just you have to write the IP address, then all the shared variable will be shown here. Then you have to just check, it will be automatically added in your front panel so that you can easily see your LabVIEW project. Okay. Okay, I will show you. I will put the link in the description so that you can see that how can you monitor the shared variable in the data dashboard, Windows apps, and also on the Android mobile phone. Okay, now the what next I am going to tell you that how can you create the exe file and see the alarm. Okay, so let me make it maximize. You go to the DSC module, alarm, and alarm and display. Okay, and just make it adjustable as you want. Acknowledge user, set time, reset time. Okay, this all thing. Now let me run again this one. Now check it. Now see the system is showing the alarm high and low also. This is the set time. Let me stop this one here. Okay, now see, this is high alarm at the time. This is the time. Okay, 12:21 1, and this is a millisecond PM. Okay, and this is the priority. You remember I set the priority by default 1, and for the low it was the high, I think. Sorry, 2. This is the value time, set time, and this is the process library from where it is coming. This will help actually to understand you when you have the alarm from the different controller and PLCs. Then this is actually tell the this alarm is coming which PLCs. Okay, and you see it was different alarms also the for the low, but it disappeared because I set the values to auto acknowledge. That's why it is resetting and not showing here. Let's say if I make the alarm, uh, if I go to the properties and in alarm window I set it here not auto but user. Okay, now make it save. Now run it. See, now the alarm is being repeated shown on the display because I said it will not be reset from here until and unless the user will acknowledge it. Okay, so let's say this was the low alarm. I make it how I make it, let's say right click and set it the acknowledge all. Okay, all alarm acknowledge. And if I want to write two comments, let's say if I say that all problem solved, then okay, then it is actually the reset. The time you can see that acknowledge time when the user acknowledge this one. Okay, now the again fault is coming because it is coming randomly, because the random number generating the random number, so it will not come very frequent in the practical and real scenario. So let's say if I want only this one alarm to acknowledge, let's say I will acknowledge it. And what I will say that, let's say if I write the commit that it is not applicable, okay, and just write it. Okay, now you see again the fault is here. Okay, and also you see the acknowledge comments here. Okay, these are the things which you can monitor on your front panel. Okay, now come to the log history, that how many time default come occurred and what was the time, who was the user who acknowledged the fault. So for that you have to go to the another application of LabVIEW Nation Instrument, which is called the NI Max. Okay, if I open the NI Max, this application is not only used for the alarm history view, but also you can configure your hardware, your camera and many things here. Okay, so in the my system configuration, you go to historical data. Here is, you will see that Citadel 5 universe. Just right click it and new and create alarm event view. Okay, now another window will be opened. Now here you have to just filter. When you click the filter, you have to select that which from which database you have to you want to see the your historical data. You have just click my computer and click this one, because there is a path of database where your all the fault alarm was being saved. Okay, just click OK. Now you have to set the start time and end time, the duration. In short, you have to select the duration, in which duration you want to see your fault. Let's say I check today 18th of February, time, let's say I select 12:01. Okay, PM to the current time. Duration I set it and just come to display and select refresh. You see these all the faults which occurred with all the information. We don't have set the user information, but acknowledge time and acknowledge user, nobody acknowledge because we did not set the user information. Okay, otherwise here where you see the uh, username, this is clear time, this is set time, this is the acknowledged time, this is the clear time when the fault occurred and when the fault was removed. Okay, this is the priority I discussed earlier. I said priority 1 and priority 2. This is the values and this is the comments. When I acknowledge the fault, what I put the comments here, you can see the comments, and these were all the auto acknowledge before the configuration of the user acknowledgement. This was done. Okay, so these are the all the faults. This fault is red because this is currently is active. That's why it's showing you the no one acknowledges, but that's why is still in a red form. Otherwise the black one is the auto acknowledge, and you can see this purple color. This is the auto acknowledge, this is the user acknowledge all the fault together, which I did, if you remember. Okay, so here you can see the history of the your fault. Okay, you can also export this file from here. Let's say if you want to export this one, you can export this one to a text with the also the duration text, and then you can output file. You can, let's say, browse any output file, let's say on a desktop. Okay, false. and comma separated start. Okay, now you can go to come here, see where is the fault. This one is the fault. Now you can open it. How to Oh, sorry, what I did wrong here, I did not give the extension fault dot csv. Sorry for, okay, again. Now I can see that this is a csv file which will be opened excel, and the same information you exported in the excel in order to view and making any report or whatsoever you want. Okay, now the next thing is that, uh, from here one more thing is that, if I go to filter, you can set the, you can display the filter with respect, you can display your faults with respect to filter. Let's say I check on the priority and set on priority 0 and 0, means that all the priority which have, all the fault which have the priority 0 will only be shown here. Go to display and select refresh. Now you see, sorry, in the 0 there was no, or 1 or 2, sorry, 0 to 1. Okay, 0 to 1, refresh. You see all the parity of 0, sorry, 1 have been shown. Okay, so same you can filter it according to parity, according to set user, acknowledge comments. So by defining this you can filter out your alarm, and also with the duration you can filter out it. Okay, so these were about the fault history view in the national instrument application and imax. So just let me close this one. Now next thing is that, let's say if you want to put your project in the start menu, how can you create the exe file? For exe file, let me close this one. Okay, save all. Now you just create build specification. Oh, sorry, system responding, not responding very fast. Let me close another things. Okay, click on the build specification, right click, new, and here application.exe. Okay, now another window will be pop up. Okay, now here you have to select the source file. Okay, from the source file you have to create your main vi project, vi file, and just click here this startup vis. Okay, and click build. Now it's being builded. Okay, done. Now you go to the folder where this project is present. You will see the another file. It was the, what was the folder name? In the LabVIEW project, monitor your LabVIEW project, this one. Okay, sorry, yeah, this one, this file, this folder was created, builds, my project, my application. This is the application actually. Let's me close this one. Okay, now this is your exe file. If I double click this one, the project will automatically start. See, okay, you see you can easily create the exe file. You can share with any of your friends so that they can see. There is also more thing about that. When you work in the practical in the project, and there are many things you have to set according to your requirement. Now what is the requirement here? Issue is here, what I faced, I am going to discuss with you. This project is running, any user might be, or it can be you, mistakenly close this vi, but you want that this vi, this LabVIEW project should not close at anyhow. You can only just minimize it. Let's say it is a monitor any process value. Okay, it is monitor any process value giving command and whatsoever. If it is closed, then your plant may stop. But you can only provide user the facility that he or she can just minimize and do some another work, but not to close this one. So you want this to close, disable this cross button so that this vi should not stop. And you also want this buttons, a broad button, to be inactive or not appear here, set so that the any user cannot stop this one. Okay, what you can do for that, let's explore. I'll just close this one. Okay, now the stop it. I open again this one. Okay, I open again here, and I just go to the main vi file, in the file and vi properties. In the vi properties, I select this one. I go to windows, window appearance. Okay, here you can set the windows appearance. I go to custom and then customize. I will deselect this one. Show abroad button disable, not will be appeared. Show toolbar running menu disable. Allow user to close window disable. Okay, and the remaining things let it be same. Just okay, save. Just run one time it here. You see this button disabled. I cannot close it. Okay, but what I did wrong, I have to abroad this one. Sorry, you understand? After that, what I will do, let me check again either the setting was saved or not. Okay, it is okay. Just click OK, save it and rebuild it. Okay, it is already here. You can rename it my project and just you can do build. Done. Now go to again the same location. Now it has been overwrite. Okay, it has been overwrite. You just double click it. Now you can see that this button is disabled. User cannot close it, and also abroad button is disclosed. These were the things that can be done mistakenly, that the no one, even you, can close this vi and stop the plant. So you are in the safe mode. Yes, if you want to close it, you can do force sleep from the task manager and from going here. But these are the things which you will do willingly, not unwillingly. Okay, so hope you like this video. If you like video, please don't forget to subscribe this channel, like this video, and share among your friends. And in next time we will explore the new features of the LabVIEW